Hello everyone, welcome back to Pavani Teachers. Today in this video we'll discuss bubble sort. First I'll explain the algorithm part, then I'll go with the Java code. Okay, here this bubble sort is used to sort a given array in the time complexity of order of n square. Okay, first I'll explain the algorithm part, how this works. Bubble sort, if suppose we have an array of 1, 3, 7, 2, 6. Okay, we are having a 5 elements in an array, and now we need to sort this given array. So by using bubble sort, that means here we have to compare the first element with the second element, and like that second element with the third element, and third with the fourth, and fourth with the fifth. Like this we have to repeat the process. For every iteration we'll get the longest number at the end. Okay, I'll explain in detail now we are having an array of 1, 3, 7, 2, 6. Okay, at the first iteration first we'll compare these two numbers. As one is smaller than 3, we will not swap anything. Here we have to check the condition is if array of j is greater than array of j plus 1, then swap array of j and array of j plus 1. This is the logic we use throughout the bubble sort. Okay, in every phase. Now as 1 is smaller than 3, we not needed to change or swap the numbers. Then we go further. Now we'll check with 3 and 7. As 3 is smaller than 7, we will not swap any numbers, we keep it the same. And then again we'll go with the next number 7 and 2. As 7 is greater than 2, here the condition is getting true, so we'll go inside this for loop and swap array of j and array of j plus 1. That means 7 and 2. Now array will become 3, 1, 3, 2, 7 and 6. Now after that it will check with 7 and 6. That means the fourth element and the fifth element. As 7 is again greater than 6, the condition is true. Again it will go inside the for loop and swap these numbers 7 and 6. Then at first iteration our array will be 1, 3, 2, 6, 7. Okay, this is the first iteration array, and it will we have to check with all the phases. Now we'll go with the second iteration. In the second iteration we have not needed to check until the last digit, because already we got the largest number at the end. So in the second iteration it is enough to check until the 4 elements in an array. That means size minus I minus 1. Here I is a iteration part. Okay, the second iteration comes under a first, and this is 0th iteration. Okay, size here it is, we are having elements as 5 minus 1 minus 1, that means 3. Here I'll explain why 3. Because we compare only the second element, third element with fourth. Further we will not check. We will not check with the fourth element with the 5. So here only until the 3 iterations in a second inner loop we'll check. Okay, now we'll continue the process. As again these conditions are true, 1, 3, 2, 6, 7, this is the array. Now we'll go, check with this condition. As 1 is smaller than 3, we will not check swap anything. And again 3 will go further. Here 3 is greater than 2, so we'll swap these two. As condition gets true, the array will be 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. Okay, then further we'll check with this 3 and 6. Here not needed to change anything. Okay, so we keep the same, and this is the input of second iteration, which is first phase. Okay, this is 0th phase. Done. Now we'll further continue this values, that is as 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. This is the output of second phase. Now we'll continue. Here we got the last two large numbers. So now in the third iteration we have to check with only these three numbers. I hope you got it. For every iteration we'll get the last numbers as fixed, okay, in a sorting. So now we'll check with these two. As in an example I given numbers like this, it is showing the in a sorted manner only, but the process continues like this, and it will check with 1 and 2. As there is no condition 2, we will not swap anything. Again it will check with 2 and 3, and condition false, so it will not swap anything, and this will be the third iteration result. 1 2 3 6 7. In the third iteration we'll get this as a sorted elements, okay. Then it will go with the fourth iteration, then it will check with this 1 and 2. As again these two doesn't gets true of the condition, that is as array of j is greater than array of j plus 1, we'll keep the same. So it will give output as 1 2 3 6 7. You just go with taking some other elements with the using the same algorithm process, okay. This is how the logic works. Now I'll explain Java code, okay. Here is the complete code of bubble sort. The first line tells about package. We can write any other random name of a package that we are creating here, okay. And the second line is importing java.util package, and this will help us for getting inputs from the user and printing the outputs and all, okay. And now I am just creating a class that is with the name of public bubble sort, and it is public, okay. And inside the bubble sort class I am again creating another method that is public static void main, and it is like just like int main in a C language, okay, nothing difference with that. And this line tells about creating an object. As in Java we do all the coding part with only the object parts. Here I'm just creating a scanner object to get input from the user, and that object name is se, okay. Now after creating an object I'm just declaring the size, that means size of an array that we want to do the operation of an array. Then after declaring an array, I am just giving a message to the user to enter size of an array. And here to print any output of the output to display to the user, we have to use system.out.println. Here ln is used for printing the line in the next statement of the continuation. Okay. Then after giving the message to the user, here I am just getting the input from the user by using the method that is using scanner object sc and int next, and this is the method that we use to get input value, okay. And now after getting the size of an array, here I am just declaring an array that is int. The array is the type of integer. I am just mentioning that, and here I am creating a space to that array with a size of this value, okay. Then after declaring an array, I'm just giving the message to the user that to enter the numbers of an array, okay. As before I explained, we use system.out.println. Then after that, here I'm just using for loop to get inputs from the input numbers from the user. It is just same like the C language that we use for loop, okay. Other changes is here we use object int next int, object dot method that is next int, okay. After getting the array values, here we'll start perform the bubble sort. As before I explained the actual algorithm part, here now I'll explain the logic part as well. As we are using swappings, and inside the code we are using the traditional method that is as using temporary variable and two other numbers. So here at beginning only I am just declaring the variable that is as print temp. Then here as before I explained, we use different phases to iterate each time of an array. Okay, here I am just declaring for loop that is as I equal to 0, I less than size, and I plus plus. That means here we will iterate the phases that is as up to the 4 as the size up to the fifth iteration iteration at beginning it starts with it starts with 0 and ends with 4. Okay, now inside, and we'll use another for loop that to check each and every adjacent values as before explained. Like if suppose as we are having element as 1 3 5 1 2 5 4, here just to check this 1 3 and 3 2 and 2 5 like this, I am just using another for loop to check at every iteration part. Okay, then after using this for loop with the variable int j equal to 0 and j is less than size minus I minus 1, as before I explained, we have not needed to check all the numbers at every iteration. For every iteration we'll get the last number as already sorted. If it is the 0th iteration, we'll get the last one number as sorted number, and if I value is 1, then we'll get last two numbers as sorted. So we not needed to check these numbers again and again. So here the condition we use is size minus I minus 1. Okay, I hope you got it. As before also I have explained why we use this condition. Okay, then after this for loop we check the condition that is as if array j is greater than array j plus 1. If this condition is true, then we just swap the values of array of j and array of j plus 1, and this is the operation that we do to swap two elements. Okay, this is the complete code. After performing all the steps, all the iterations, we can just print the array after the sorting. And here I am just using the for each loop. Okay, for each loop to print the sorted array. Now I'll try to run this code and just check whether this works or not. Okay, here it is asking to enter the size of an array. I'll enter the size as 5. And again it is asking to enter the numbers of an array. I want to enter here numbers as before I said, 1 3 7 2 and 6. Okay, yeah, here we got the sorted elements. If suppose we want to check what is the exact values for every iteration, we can just use this condition inside the for loop. And so not here, here. And before that I want to give the new line system dot out dot println just that's it. Okay, now I'll try to again run this code. You can check the difference. Okay, again here I'm entering the size as 5. Oh, sorry, 5, and the array elements are 1 3 2 6. Sorry, 1 3 7 2 6. Yeah, here you can see for every iteration. Here I'm just again using the system.alarm. dot println. Again running this 5 5 1 3 7 2 and 6. Yeah, here you can see very clearly that is at first phase it will be the array will be this. We'll get the first sorted element S7 and next 6 7 and next 3 6 7 and then 2 3 6 7 at last 1 2 3 6 7. Okay, this is how bubble sort works. You just go with some other examples, you'll get to know how this bubble sort works exactly. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe to the Pavani Teachers channel.